Hello, I hope you can understand me this morning. A wee bit of hay fever, a wee bit sniffy, but just that you'll bear with me. It's Sunday, the 25th of May, and it's good to have your company with us this morning. And I would just like to thank you for joining us this morning. As you can see in the video in front of you, we're up a mountain this morning, and the mountain is Mount Everest. And just to give you a bit of an insight, Mount Everest attracts many climbers, including highly experienced mountaineers. And there are two main climbing routes, one approaching the summit from the southeast in Nepal, known as the Standard Route, and the other from the north in Tibet. While not posing substantial technical climbing challenges on the Standard Route, although for me personally it would pose a great challenge to me, Everest presents dangers such as altitude sickness, weather and wind, as well as hazards and from avalanches and icefall. As of May 2024, 340 people have died on Everest, and over 200 bodies remain on the mountain and have not been removed due to dangerous conditions. The closest sea to Mount Everest summit is the Bay of Bengal, almost 430 miles away. Climbers usually begin their ascent from base camps above 5,000 feet at 16,404 feet. A good friend of mine, Kenny Graham, his daughter Tori, and her husband Richard, despite all the challenges and possible danger, they got up to the summit of Mountain Kaila Pathar, Black Rock, which stands at 5,630 meters high. And they kindly recorded these incredible views so I could share them with you, and I hope that you are enjoying this, and I can hear me okay, as there are some people talking over the video which couldn't be avoided, as you would expect. And I would like to say a big thank you not only to Ruth Picken a few weeks back with their little video out in Gracefield, but also to Richard and Tori Armstrong for who took a little of their time in their holiday to record this beautiful scenery so that we could share it with you today. You know, as I viewed this video, I was drawn to Isaiah 52, and it says, "How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings," or good news, "and that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation." Four things in this verse. Number one, that bringeth good tidings and good news. And it's great, you know, that we've got good tidings that we can share with you today and tell you that the good news of God's salvation, how God in love to you sent his one and only Son, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shouldn't perish but have everlasting life. And that's the great news that we can publish today. There's a God who loves you. There's a Christ who died for you. And if you believe in him, you can be saved. And it also says that publisheth peace. And we know, we mentioned this briefly last week too, the peace that is found alone through the Lord Jesus Christ, who made peace by the blood of his cross. And that bringeth good tidings of good. And the good tidings that we can share with you today is of good, that we've got a God, a gracious God, a merciful God, a loving God, who will have all men to be saved. And that is you. And he wants you to be saved, because we all need to be saved if we're ever going to be in heaven, because we'll never be in heaven in our sin. And that's the way we're born, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. And lastly, that publisheth salvation. And salvation that we present today is not found in a preacher or a pastor or a priest. It's found only in the person of the Lord Jesus Christ. Salvation is by grace alone, through faith alone, and Christ alone. And you can't get to heaven, as we sing the boys and girls, without salvation. You know, the God of the mountain we sometimes sing is still God of the valley. And when things go wrong, he can put them right. And the God of the good times is still God of the bad times. And the God of the day is still God of the night. I hope that this day, that you, before the night comes to a close, this day comes to a close, that you will find peace, and that you will put your trust in the Lord Jesus Christ and know his salvation, and believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and be saved. May God bless you this morning, and thank you very much for listening to our little message this morning, and we hope that you've enjoyed our little video, and thank you again to Richard and Tori for sharing this with us. Good morning.